wonder how many people were at the other stream and then it ended. I'm just a little bit tired. Oh. So probably notifications won't work on this stream because I started another stream and then ended it. Oh, wait. Let's see what happens. See if this is going to work. I accidentally hit the end button because I'm like tired. How funny. Oh, and it was so much work typing the title up on the last stream too. I hate touchpads. Oh, Doug's tired too. Good morning, Lester. Oh, I gotta fix that stream today. Good. Go out with an umbrella. Oh, notifications are working. Here's Steven. Good morning. Kelly. Oh, they must be working. Hello, Ford. Well, I'm sorry you have to catch your bus at 13 minutes. But good morning to you too. Hello, Gene. Oh, I guess 7 o'clock. Hey, everybody's up. I wonder how many people I cut off. Hello, Mark. I wonder how many people I cut off in the last stream. That's too funny. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, computer rebooted. Oh. I can't believe I gotta fix that coder. Well, swap it out. Did you see them yesterday, Sarah? At the, oh, Doug. Why? Oh, dog. Dog's puking. He ate so quick and then drank a bunch of water and now he just upchucked it all on the carpet. Why couldn't you upchuck it on the tile? Well, I guess I had to wash the carpet anyways. Okay, he'll eat it back up, and then I'll take the carpet out and wash it. Oh, dog. No, get back here. Come here. That's always nice in the middle of a stream. Your dog pukes. Oh, dog. Dog. Oh, folks. Now I gotta take the carpet outside and spray it with the hose. He's gonna puke some more. Doug, why this morning? He ate too quick, eh? He ate, and then, who wants to see the puke? Did you hear it? Oh, man. Unbelievable. I just fixed the title on this thing. I had a good screenshot, or thumbnail too, the last one. Oh, folks. I guess Doug's getting back at me because today is going to be a sit inside day. Well, almost. I gotta go to town and do some more artwork since it's raining. I'm not letting the ducks out. Not happening today. This son doesn't want to see the puke. It's right there. Actually, can you see it? Ooh, look at, see it. There it is. There it is. Look at it on the rug behind me. Oh, look at 2 spots. Where's the second spot? Oh, they're right beside each other. Right there, see? Oh, closing eyes. Too late. I already showed it to you. Doug, go clean it up. Why'd you eat quick and then... Oh, man. He came downstairs this morning and he ate quick and then drank. Like, he's not... Clean your mess up. No, I'd rather have it on the tile, Lester. See, if it was on the tile, I could just take a dustpan. Well, actually, he clean it up first because he's gonna eat it. I'm not cleaning it. I'm not throwing that out. Perfectly good food. He just ate it. It's just only been in his stomach like briefly. And when it was tile, I just have to take a rag and wash the area. Some water. See, now I gotta take the rug, take it outside, and then spray it off with the hose. Royal pain. And then hang it on the clothesline to dry. And it ain't gonna dry today because it's raining. Yes, it's recycled food. Well, it will be recycled food. He eats it the second time. Or we could say softened. It's softened, Stephanie, not recycled. Because it's not even chewed. Like if you look at it, he doesn't even chew the kibble, eh? Every piece of kibble is still the same size. Not a broken piece of kibble. He just stands over the bowl, eh? He's like a wet vac. It's like he doesn't chew anything. Most dogs don't chew their kibble that well. Well, big dogs anyways. So yes, I'm feeling it. It feels, yes, it's softened. Just so you can mush it with your tongue, you know. I don't. Today's day 4 of no painkillers for the back, and my whole body's sore. But my body's sore like as I went to the gym for the whole day, which I did. I did like 8 hours solid at the gym yesterday. Walking around, lifting, moving, bending, squats, all that kind of stuff. Taking things apart here. I still got many more days to go yet of gym. But I'm definitely not letting the ducks out, and they're not just because I'm a little bit tired and I don't want to deal with them today. It's raining, and you know what happens when it rains and ducks and lawn and mud? They would make holes everywhere. So they can stay in the pen and look at this. They're looking at the swamp. I looked out. They're all looking at it like the mud. Oh, look at all that mud in the water. It's like no, because they'll be up the lawn drilling for worms. So they're not getting out today. I'm gonna work on the store, and then I gotta go to town. I just opened my eyes too, Marvin. Like, this is it. Coffee. Basically, I do my morning wake up with you guys. I go from like, I'm not kidding you, and I had a shower last night before I went to bed, so I didn't have to have a shower this morning, so I'm really tired right now. I haven't even had a wake up shower because I had to have it last night. I was pretty dirty. When I was standing in the shower, I was like, oh, look at the watercolor coming off of me. It was like, oh man, I love it. It was fun. I don't know what it is. Something about having dismantling winter. You know what I mean? There's something fun about dismantling winter because it takes so much time to set everything up for winter, and then when spring comes like this, and it's time to take it all apart. It comes apart much faster than it took to set it up. You get a great sense of accomplishment. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pound the coffees down here. Don't worry, Jackie. Well, the little stripper duck. Hello, Anita. The stripper duck. You're gonna update it, Marvin. I'll give you a word of advice, okay? These streams. Don't worry about these for your page. The file, I mean. Just the main 4 streams, because the rest are like fluid. You don't know what's going to happen, and unless I might have technical difficulties today on one of the streams, stream number 2 actually, because I've got to reboot. I've got to swap the encoders. So because there's no audio on that thing, because that's the one that got smashed into the ground last year and buried in the duck poop. And I think the audio switch the audio plug, it got screwed on it. I did some tests. Got to find out. I found another microphone and I got it to make noises. And it sounds like something that goes like that. You know that noise, but only a click, click, like that. It's bad. No. But Marvin, with the other four streams, unless something that happens at YouTube, they're a little more stationary. They're not going to be changing. They won't be moving around. But everything else is up in the air. Oh, it's very neat, Marvin. It's just too bad, you know. They couldn't, like how you can have multiple tabs on your browser, but like why can't they make a browser that you can split your window in four? You know, like why doesn't they have that? That would be then that would be exactly what you did. You know, it'd be like you could have your browser split. You know, same cup. You have this cup, Jackie? You got it at the store below. Below in the description, the link to the store to get a Magoo stripper. The nasty rotten duck stripper oh, she was so bad. She was in the water all day, when I threw her in the water there. Like all day in the water. And then wouldn't get out with that other little hurt duck. That was the purple one I sprayed. She's the one with the bad hip. So stripper and her were together. Had to get the canoe. And you saw me walking around, folks. I don't know if you heard me talking to myself or cursing to myself, but I was walking around all over building to building with my killer sore Achilles tendon. Oh man, you wouldn't believe the pain yesterday. It was hard, real hard. I got a real wake-up call that I'm nowhere near 100%. Like I am, folks. I'm seriously injured. I didn't realize how bad a shape I am in. Anyways, the paddle for the canoe, and I don't know why I did this. I don't know why. Usually I stick the paddles inside the canoe, and then turn the canoe upside down. And all the paddles were in the back shed, but they were behind something that normally isn't in the shed. So I looked all over, and I climbed up. I went up the top of the barn. I went to the garage. Like, where are they? Then finally, I started moving things that weren't in the back shed before, and sure enough, there was the paddles. I wasted so much walking. Walking is now a valuable commodity here. It's like I can't waste time walking because of my Achilles tendon. Folks, it was like bad yesterday. It's very bad. Like, I wanted to quit so many times during the day. Like I said, I gotta quit. This is hurting. But it's strange this morning. I'm walking around here, and no, I bet you if I exerted myself, I would feel it. But I don't feel it this morning. Like it's not sore. Like I know it's tender. Like I know, like I shouldn't say it's not sore. I can feel that it's tender, but I'm not getting pain walking around. No. I'm not in very good shape. I'm a hurting camper. Oh, folks. Oh, man, when you don't have your wake-up shower, right? It's like, I wonder how we're doing on the views on the channel. I'm curious here if it's getting better with the old YouTubers. What are we doing here? Real time? What's it doing? Oh, we're up to 50,000 views in 2 days. It's starting to climb again. I wish we'd get back to like what it used to be. You know, that's going to take time all over again. But there was a peak yesterday. Oh, okay, the day stream. Oh, we did pretty good there, folks. I'm just looking here. So there was well, holy mackerels. It was almost 2,000 people an hour yesterday during the afternoon with the ducks at the Lagoon. That's pretty good, eh? Considering we were a deleted channel not too long ago. So that's actually really good. Oh man, I can't believe I killed that stream this morning. I should just delete that 8-second stream. That's what I do. I'll get rid of it because that people like, oh, what's going on with this? It's gone. Yeah. So I got 3 garbage pails I bought, which I'm gonna make into camera cans, and I gotta paint them white. And the camera's on its way. And I ordered the 200-foot cable to hardwire it into the Lagoon, so that we're not screwing around with Wi-Fi. Just got to figure out how to get it over there. Just trying to think of, like, I'm trying to think if I should. I'm gonna put the network cable inside of a big garden hose, and I'm gonna drag it over there. And I'm just wondering if I should drag it across so that it goes through the mouth of the creek, or if I should string it above the creek. I don't know yet. I guess it's like the transatlantic underwater cable is what I'm going to be doing here for the streaming. I can't believe how fast the ducks got the Lagoon muddy yesterday, though. They really liked it though when they first hit the water, right? I'm glad I did the live stream to show you. It was pretty. I thought they were pretty excited. They were pretty excited ducks hitting the water. But I gotta put wire up to stop them from going to the swamp for 2 reasons. 3: snapping turtles, coyotes, and botulism. So I gotta call M&R Feeds and order some wire. I need a couple more 100 feet of wire. And then I got last year's 400 feet of wire. I got a string of enough 2-foot wire up to stop them from going down there. That's a 2-man job. I'll get Keith here to help me, and I'll tape my ankle up for that one because I got to wear rubber boots. I'll duct tape my ankle. Yeah, the Zika tent. I know. I gotta come up with some way of anchoring that thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. That's the problem. See, that's why I don't like the tent. You know, the tent's good for moving around fast. It's easier than a garbage pail, but the garbage pail's like way better. You put like 4 cement blocks in the bottom of it, like interlocking bricks in the bottom of the garbage pail. It doesn't move. Yeah, but Marvin, the problem is they can't move it around. And that's the problem with the animals. As you noticed yesterday, they don't stay in the stream for you. You gotta stay fluid. There's no trees there, Gene. We dug them all up yesterday, or last year, to make the Lagoon. There's nothing. All the trees are gone. There was sort of a bit of a change took place there last year. It was like it got re-landscaped. Well, there's trees there, but they're all buried. They're underground trees now. They're all underground, actually. I gotta figure something out. I think the garbage pail, and plus, if I get the garbage pail close to the, I want the camera close to the water. It won't give you as big a view, but it give you, you know. That's the problem. You need really, really wide lens. That's the problem. Like almost GoPro fisheye lens, you know? That kind of thing is what you need. That's the thing. But that would be. But I wonder, is inside a garbage can, how a GoPro fisheye lens would be. Like you might see a bunch of the inside of the garbage can though. Oh, I don't know. I just know that the garbage can buy the Magoon permanently, hardwired, so that I don't have to worry about it. With lots of cement blocks in the bottom of it, so that it can't blow away, can't move. It's there. And I would actually anchor it too, just to make sure. I'll figure something out. I'll come up with something. And then we got the noise yesterday, which is another thing. The audio problem. I don't know what's going on there. That doesn't make any sense. Good morning, Debbie. It's the same thing. I use the same equipment. Everything's the same, folks. Like I did buy any new microphones or encoders. Like it's the same ones. And there's that yesterday. There was that clicking sound. You know. I hate this. It's like you take things apart and you put them back together. And it's like it's the same stuff. There's no difference. Like I didn't even have to change any settings. Just put everything back together. Like physically put it back together. And then you get this clicking noise, interference, and it's something to do with the Wi-Fi. I wonder if it's the aerials causing the interference. It's the only difference. I'm using different aerials. I'm using the factory aerials because I put the thing on my back for the GoPro on my head to do the egg recon, and I use a smaller aerial for that. I don't know. So I did a lot yesterday. Actually, you know what, folks? 50% of my torture was walking with tech problems. So, and all I wanted to do was get all the stuff taken apart in the pan yesterday. That's all I wanted to do was get everything taken apart, get the water running, get the water station set up. That's all I could think about. I was like, and then the threat of rain and the wind was getting nasty, but it never happened. They called for like rain showers, and it never happened. It was beautiful actually. And at the end of the day, it cleared up and it was blue sky. It was like it didn't happen. But I woke up this morning and she's not pouring outside. I wonder what the weather is going to do here. So I got to start using the weather place more often now because it's time to start planning my day out outside. Oh, rain all day. No, it's only supposed to be 30% chance of rain. No, it's just this morning. Okay, they're totally screwed up. They say there's a chance of late morning showers. It's pouring rain right now. I guess that's the chance, of late morning showers. It's pouring right now. Oh, it's ending though. The radar. It's gone. It's passing. I'm not letting the ducks out though. They're not getting out. They're not going to destroy the yard. I did trip. Remember I told you about the holes in the yard and that they're dangerous. They're like ankle busters. Yesterday, with my good ankle, and I have my work boots on, thankfully, I tripped and twisted my ankle, my good ankle, but I had the work boots on. And I was saying to myself, I was like, they're everywhere, these holes. Like, you can't see them because they blend in, but they're just these little holes. They're all over the place for you to, snap your ankle. I'm going to have to get some dirt this year to fill the holes because I don't have any topsoil. There's a lot of holes, folks. You can't walk the yard like safely. Like you can't just walk around not paying attention where you put your feet. There's so many holes because the ducks were stuck in the yard last year, right? That was the problem. The yard literally got turned into a duck pen last year. They really did a job. It's bad. Like it's really bad. Walking around, it's like total destruction. And I don't mind the grass being killed because it grows back. It's the holes, the drill holes. Too many ducks on the lawn. That's what the problem was. Way too many. And it really shows this year. Oh man, it's bad. I'm starting to wake up. So my first artwork today is stationary, Bringa, and then I'm going to do keychains, and then I'm going to do what's the other one? Oh, I wrote something down that says boxer shorts. I should have finished the word, eh? I wrote box shorts. I was like, okay. That's like, oh man, that's the problem. You're doing notes, eh, to yourself, little quick ones. It's like if you don't finish the word, you'll later on you look at it and you go like, box shorts. What are those? uh, Shorthand, eh? For the short bus ducks. Oh man, I can't believe what Stripper did to me last night. That was 2 hours, folks, because that was 6 o'clock. I said I'm gonna lock the ducks up, and it was 8 o'clock. And then that little duck that took off into the bush and was hiding. But I couldn't. I had to get Doug to help me. I went out first because you saw I washed Doug off. I put him in the house, and then I saw the duck. Went and got the net. Then she hid. By the time I went and got the net and came back out of the pen, she had hidden and she was laying down flat on the ground. Flat, folks. She had her face planted down into the leaves, and I couldn't find her. She was gone. And then she moved. I saw her, but then she kept underneath stuff. Like she was hiding from me, like I was like a predator. So then, Doug, I got Doug. I was like, because I couldn't find her anymore. She disappeared into the hedge, and I couldn't find her. Like I went in the hedge, and then she went through the raspberry. There's some wild raspberries back there. Oh, they feel nice on your shorts, eh? Wild raspberries. I went and got the dog. I need help. And Doug did a good job. He actually, you know what? He tried to grab her, right? I know Doug, he doesn't bite hard. And he actually tried to grab her and he picked her up, but then he dropped her. I guess it freaked him out. Because I told him to help me, eh? And he knew what I wanted to do. And he was sniffing and he was like all excited because he knew the duck was in there. But I couldn't have found her if it wasn't for Doug. Doug actually, he was helpful for a change. I wish I would have had a camera, but it was like one of those situations. You would have laughed. You all would have laughed at this duck playing hide and seek. I wouldn't. I was not laughing. I was pretty frustrated. I was worn out. So it was like by the time I got in the house, I think it was 10 after 8. So I decided at 6 I better go inside and cook supper. And 10 after 8, I'm walking through the door. I said I can't do this to myself because I promised myself yesterday I was going to stop at 6 and come in, have a shower, cook supper, and like have a reasonable night because I did start at 5 a.m. yesterday. No, it was 5 to 8. That was a nice short day. But you could tell the ducks they really liked getting out yesterday. When they're doing that to you, it's like I was surprised I got most of them back into the pen. I was actually shocked. Oh, I thought for sure it was going to be impossible to get them into the pen. Doug's got a little bit of healing action to regroup on. He totally forgot the word heal. Well, he hasn't forgot it, but it was exciting yesterday because the ducks were out. So Doug was like he was oh, oh. Why is it when you sneeze it's 3 times? Well, life's a big questions. 3 sneezes. Never 1, never 2. It's 3. Why is that, folks? I would like to know that. Marvin, do you know that one? It's like. Anyways, where was I before the sneeze attack? I totally lost it. I'm brain dead now. Okay, folks, unless you tell me where I was, I'm lost now. I'm brain dead right now. I can't think of anything. Three is a good omen. Oh, Doug being excited. Thank you so much, Connie. I'm so glad you people pay attention. Yes, that's why Doug was so good yesterday. Because the ducks were out in the yard and Doug's all excited. See, this is why I bring him into the pen in the wintertime so that there's a certain degree of calmness. Because if he wasn't in the pen all winter, then the ducks got out into the yard. Because like some people have suggested that I don't bring Doug into the pen because he gets the ducks all worked up. But if I didn't, could you imagine how excited he would be if the ducks were in the yard and he was not allowed to go in the pen all winter? It would have been like duck bowling. At least like yesterday, there was no duck bowling going on. That was actually a good thing yesterday. Come to think of it, there was no duck bowling. I don't think he did anything. I'm trying to remember. I didn't get mad at him for any duck bowling. I just got mad at him because he wasn't doing the heel for me. He would do it. He would come over and do the heel, and he'd be right there like a good dog. And then as soon as it started moving, he'd be like, gone. He was like ducks. Like he'd go into herding mode, but he didn't know what I wanted to do. We'll get him back into the groove. He wants to do it. Just he's forgotten. That's all. He was a little excited. I'm gonna get him swimming in the lagoon this year. I think yesterday the water was a little cool. Yes, he was out of practice. Just like the ducks. He's short bus dog. They do that, animals, right? Unless you take a break like that, like the ducks. I couldn't get them to go in the back of the pen because they didn't go out that door, out the gate. So because they didn't go out that gate, we can't go back in that way. Are you crazy? Like we didn't. We went. We gotta go around the whole thing because it's the other gate we came out of. And some of the ducks wouldn't go in the big gate last night. They were like, "No, we gotta go in the little gate." So they got to get re-educated on the gates. But I gotta order some wire. What's I gotta do? There was something else. Oh yes, I need a mouse. Oh, I'm gonna order that. My mouse on my back computer is broken. It's driving me nuts. Yesterday, due with the technical difficulties, I was getting very frustrated trying to work on the interface, and the mouse button kept sticking and dragging the browser across the window. You're working on a game. It'll be ready 2018, 2019? Like the fall of 2018 or the spring of 2019 type thing? A duck adventure game? Like an app, are we talking? Or a computer game, Marvin? I don't write programs. I'm not that kind of person. I'm waiting for Marvin to answer if it's going to be a computer game or an app. A duck adventure app would be good. But I don't know. I couldn't even get my head around what kind of game you could play. I don't know. Like between short bus ducks and the rotten dog, it would pretty well. The game would be frustration. That's what it would be. You know. Oh, it'd be an HTML type thing. Okay. You know what? No fox last night. Not a sign of him. No noise. Nothing. But I didn't hear anything. I hit the bed last night, folks, and I woke up this morning at 7 a.m. Did not hear anything last night. Actually, what woke me up was the sound of the rain at 7. I heard the rain. I was like, oh, that's pretty loud. Yeah, but James, like, I don't get it. Like, what would you do in the app with the egg recon? That's what I don't understand. Like, of course, then I don't do games. Like, seriously, I don't. I haven't. I don't. I don't. I never really played a game ever, ever. Actually, really. Yeah. No, I've never sat down and like really. We've set games up and like do it for 10, 15 minutes, and then I lose my interest. I was like, wow, whatever. It's like I'm so bad at this. It's like, why frustrate myself? That's basically it. I've never sat there for hours and played a game. Never. Ever, 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 ever in my life. I'm trying to think. Nope. Nope. Never. So like my head's not a gamer. I can't think of gameplay. I don't know. Like it's Greek. It's truly Greek to me. No. Tom's not a gamer either. Yeah. It's like I just can't get my head around it. Like I think it's cool. Like I'm honestly I have done where like PewDiePie. I've watched him play games. I'm like, oh, that's look at the graphics. But see, I'm not watching the game. That's why I'm pretty stupid. I'm a short bus gamer, gamer viewer. I'll watch them play the game on YouTube, and I'll be watching on it. And you know what? Know what I'm amazed by? I'm not even watching the gameplay. All right, I'm listening to the commentary, and I'm watching the game like a movie. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm it's the actual technology that the picture is what I'm like how would you say I'm impressed. I'm dazed. I'm just like it's like, oh, is this a movie? No, it's a game. That's where I'm at. You know, the guy could be a really bad gamer, missing everybody that he shoots. I don't know. I'm like, because in real life, when you're shooting, you don't hit your targets. So when you see these gamers and they shoot and they miss the targets all the time, and that's more like real life. But then you get the gamers that shoot and everybody dies. Like that doesn't happen in real life. So, but I can't. I'm not watching the game. Like it doesn't. Nothing makes any sense to me. It's just a CGI movie to me. So I guess I'm the wrong person to be saying, develop a storyline for a app for a game. Don't ask Matt that one. Definitely don't ask Matt for that. That's forget that. Like absolutely don't. Oh, don't hire me for that job. Oh, I'm gonna go and start my day, folks. I'm gonna cook my breakfast up because I'm a little bit hungry from my serious 8 hour, I guess we could call it, spring break in. And I'm gonna do some stationery. And I got to wash 3 days worth of eggs. Well, 2 days worth of eggs, but I didn't wash yesterday's eggs. I brought them in last night, the bucket, and I didn't wash them. So I'm so that means I'm going to be washing 2 batches of eggs today. I'm way behind. I was too tired last night to wash eggs. It was hard even doing egg recon last night at the end of the day. After doing like getting everything cleaned up, well not even cleaned up, taken apart. You You know what, Plasma? I've seen YouTube videos where people have made games into movies, and you'd swear it was a movie, and then you find out it was a video game. No, I, 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 I was in this. We probably watched the same one. It was like 15 minutes long. I thought this would be such a cool movie. I thought it was like somebody had pirated and put a bunch of trailers together, and then there was like it's a video game. But you know what? I never thought to myself, oh, I want to play that game because I got this hand-eye coordination problem. I can't do it. I can barely do texting. Actually, I text with one finger. I'm the worst. So when I'm typing on the little keyboard, I'm a one finger. I can't do this. Forget it. Doesn't happen. I need a real keyboard, like with I'm old. I'm old, I guess. Old school. And I gotta go and get an encoder set up because we've got a defective one. That's why we have no audio on one stream. And that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta update the firmware, program it all. It's just time consuming. What I gotta do. It's not hard. It's just time consuming. So like the Chernobyl Diaries. I don't know what this one was I watched. It was just killing, some kind of killing one. It might even be Call of Duty for all I knew. I don't know. I don't know those things. But I got to get my acting gear here. It's 8 o'clock. I'm late. And I got to get a stream fixed so that we have audio on the back end. And that one's going to be good too, folks, because I'm using the camera with no audio embedded in the HDMI. So I'm using a Rode microphone plugged into the encoder. So in theory, that stream should have awesome stereo. You should get a lot of swamp bird noises on it. It should be actually really good, like really like crystal clear bird noises. It should be really good. Anyways, that's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go start that. I gotta get that fixed. It's driving me nuts having it. I feel like the giraffe channel with no audio on the stream. I was gonna rename it last night. I was gonna rename the stream the giraffe stream because there was no audio. Every time I think about that, every time I get no audio on a stream, I think of the giraffe channel. Anyways, and we're not the giraffe channel. We're the duck channel, and we have stereo here. So that's the deal. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm starting to wake up. I'm starting to get I'm gonna go get the network fired up here and fix that. The swamp noise right now is awesome. I love it. I lay in bed. I love this time of year. It is so awesome. It's so loud. The birds and the different sounds at night. Last night there were so many good sounds, and that microphone will pick everything up. You'll hear every different bird that's down there. There was lots last night. It was very, very loud. And the Canada geese were coming in and just making a ton of noise in the yard. The Canada geese are sort of taking over here. I think everybody that hatched last year is here. Like, I really do. I really do. Well, there's 11. There's 11 Canada geese here, folks. So last year we had how many hatched? 13. So I think it was 13 goslings. And there was 13 that left at the end of the year and 11 returned. It's going to be interesting. And you can tell the older ones, the younger ones, they move when Doug comes near them. The older ones have much higher tolerance to Doug. And as long as they don't fly, like flap their wings, Doug doesn't care about them. He's not exactly the kind of dog you take to like a golf course to keep the Canada geese away. Eh? It's like he ain't chasing them. Yeah, I know, George. I know. They always come back, and it gets worse every year. So think about this: if all of these Canada geese, set up nests all over the place, and then we have, let's say, we could potentially, folks, have, oh, we could potentially have 100+ goslings here running around. So imagine the mess next year. It'll be like crazy. We won't even need to have ducks. We'll have the Canada geese. Oh. Like, we could have a lot of goslings. I'm going on Saturday on a road trip to Roberts. I gotta get feed, some grain. We need to get some grain for the to put. I'm thinking I'm gonna get just cracked corn because put it by the pan or the magoon, so the ducks stay there. Because if there was cracked corn there, they would stay. And they wouldn't wander so much, eh? Because that's the thing, they're looking for a snack, eh? They're like teenagers, eh? They got a snack while they're playing, or like kids, little kids, like little kids. If you keep feeding them in the backyard, they keep going. That's what ducks are like. So I gotta come up. Maybe I might even like some kind of like a plastic sleigh or something and drill some holes in it, so the water can't collect. So there's a place to pour it, so it's not a mess on the ground. Gotta figure something out. But we're gonna go Saturday. I'm gonna go Saturday. Buy a bunch of bags of cracked corn from Roberts. Cheaper at Roberts than the bags of beer. Because we got no cracked corn here. And we'll feed and I got a hunch then what's going to happen is the Canada geese are going to come over. And another thing too? I can't use my sentences here, I'm so tired. My brain is going faster than my mouth. If we feed them at the Magoon, the Canada geese will hang around there, and the ducks. But yesterday, did you notice, folks, and I watched yesterday, did you notice yesterday that the Canada geese didn't pick on the ducks in the moon? Did you notice that? And did you notice how close Stripper could swim to the geese and the geese didn't care? Did anybody notice that in the lagoon? I stood there and looked, and I couldn't believe it how close Stripper could swim to the can of geese, and she wasn't worried, and the can of geese were cool with it. You know, it's like they know, eh, Gene? They're here. They got to share the place with the ducks. Like a garbage pail, James. And then you fill the garbage pail up, and then the feed comes out the bottom of it. That would work. And you know what? I have a garbage pail. And then that way, there's only if I cut a hole in the bottom of it, then that way the whatever flows out of it is just what they're going to eat right at the mouth of the can. The only problem with that is not enough surface area because they'll start piling on top of each other. That's the only problem. Unless I cut a hole on both sides. I got that black garbage can that I had on the roof, the back roof last year, with the that I had for the router when our tower went out. But see, I got a whole bunch of cheap plastic sleighs. I've got one broken sleigh too, which is like I drilled some holes in the bottom of it and just poured the feed on top of it. It's very simple and everything's exposed and there's more surface area because the whole thing is about surface area because the problem is, here's the problem, is that the Canada geese could get territorial. Now, because if they're eating at the food and then the ducks come up, the ducks could get beaten on. But if there's enough surface area, then the Canada geese will tolerate. We don't want the Canada geese to get aggressive. And if they feel that that the ducks, they got to be able to commingle while they're eating. So there's got to be enough room. It's sort of like with our geese. If they get too crowded by the ducks, they get mean towards the ducks. Same thing. That's the problem. I'll figure out something. I probably will end up just dumping it on the ground like I normally do. So that's the best way. Then they're all over the place. I know, George. That's why I'm shocked that they're not being bullies. You know? You're a goose at a buffet too. You get nasty, Tom, at the buffet and tell everybody, "Get away! It's all mine." Slap the back of their hands with the fork. No, that would be nice. Oh, now we're just being silly here. I'm gonna go and start my day. I got an encoder I gotta fix. So, or I replace, I should say. And before I can replace it, I gotta take the encoder that I got and I gotta update the firmware and I gotta do a whole bunch of configuring so that it's just a plug and play situation outside because it's raining, So I'm gonna go and start because I want to get the audio happening on the other stream. Like it's on my to-do list like right away before I get sidetracked, and then breakfast. So I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm wide awake now. I'm a little bit stiff. No, I'm not doing too bad, but I could be a lot more sore than I am. I can feel it though. My whole body, every muscle in my body, I used yesterday. It feels good. I love it, and I have no sore back, folks. Day 4, no painkillers, no sore back, and even yesterday, all the working I was doing, my back didn't give me one bit. Like I never once went my back. It was all Achilles tendon yesterday. Is that amazing? Like think about that, folks. Like how much of a whiner I've been here for the last 7 weeks with my back. Since the YouTube horror show started there, March the 2nd. Like think about it. I have been whining about my back since March the 2nd, and as soon as YouTube fixed the channel, my stress went away and my back pain stopped. It's like magic. And they say stress, you know, people say, oh, stress isn't that bad. They have no idea. That's amazing, actually. I'm so happy that my back is better. Because honestly, I've never had that. I've never had that in my life. 7 weeks of the same spot being sore for so long. That was like 7 weeks of pain. Never. I've never been in that kind of shape. That was a good stress ride. No, I'm going to say goodbye because, stress is almost over. Well, yeah, pretty well. Unless the channel gets attacked again. Hopefully it doesn't. Eh? And hopefully we get more signatures. On the link below and to fix the YouTube appeals process. Maybe today when I go to town at the post office, my new backdrop will be there. And I can shoot that video. I gotta go. My mind now is thinking of things to do today because it's raining outside. It's a rain day. Have a good day.